I'm so tired.
You were so tired last week.
I know, but I'm saying like today it was like everybody. First of all,
are your glasses crooked?
Yeah, because it's how tired I am. This is how I feel. Okay. No, today everybody was just asking me, like, can you look at this? Can you do this about this? Da, da, da. And I was just like, oh my god. I mean, I got through it.
What makes today different from any other day? Don't they do that all the time?
No, but like today was like patients. I got my schedule late for my patients, and then I had meetings to go to, and then I had to like run errands, and then I had to like I went to Trader Joe's and got excited because they had corned beef and cab. Well, they had corned beef, so I'm making that now.
Okay. I didn't know you loved corned beef.
You're just feeling some kind of
way.
And
you boiling?
You have eyeliner on today. Calm down.
Every day.
No, you don't.
Every time I'm here, I do.
I don't think you do.
My eyes would disappear.
I do like corned beef and cabbage. I also ate some cabbage earlier and felt like a balloon. But I have Beano, so it's okay. Okay, hi. The camera's here. I'm just looking down here so I can see if y'all leave any comments. Hi, Kristen Thompson. How are you doing?
Who's it? Kristen Thompson.
You know what? Let me close the door actually, real quick, so that there's all kinds of stuff going on out there. Okay. Well. Okay. Let's talk about it.
What's the big story to talk about?
Well, okay, so I know you're gonna be like, I don't care, blah, 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 but like. I mean, okay, so Meghan Markle and what's
I care about that. That was,
oh, do you?
Oh, because they were like, oh, that child's gonna be too brown.
I mean,
these horse-faced people who marry their cousins and have sex with
all kinds of people. Wait, I'm sorry.
And they're worried.
Do you remember how they made Camilla Parker Bowles look in The Crown?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
But I'm saying Camilla Parker Bowles looks like a whole lizard.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
And they actually found somebody who is less lizard-like.
Do you know what my mother said one day?
She said lots of things on any particular day.
My mother said one day, she said, you could take. She said you could take an ugly black person and an ugly white person
and make a
cute, still gonna have a cute baby.
Oh yeah, I don't know about
Can anybody tell them Windsor's that?
No, wait, but hold on.
But even so, that wasn't an ugly black and an ugly white.
Let me tell you, but that's because we know that that Prince Charles is not Harry's dad.
He can't be.
We know that he's not.
Because even William looks like a troll.
Somebody did a progression of how he's looked since his teens until now, and I was like, "Oh, that's a good turn." Oh. I'm like, oh my god. No, but I'm saying like they've shown like who, because you know Princess Diana and Princess Diana and Princess Charles, they was see with this person, with that person. Prince Charles is not Harry's dad. They showed Harry's dad, and he looked just like his dad.
Oh, is that the guy who was the major somebody?
Yes,
right. He rode horses.
Harry looked just like his dad.
Right. That was rumored many years ago that she was doing the do.
Now, okay, now don't get me wrong. Harry has
nappy hair.
No, but I'm saying Harry has, the cuteness has devolved.
You mean it shrunk?
Well, you know how white people age. And British. Woof. But I mean, for that family, he's actually like
he's
decent looking. Yeah, he's actually decent looking.
He's actually the best one until you look at what's the little baby's name?
Archie.
Right.
Why did they name that child Archie?
Because Archibald is a very British name.
Okay, so hold up. All right, let's talk about this whole interview, right? First of all,
Oprah was very good.
Well, Oprah's always good when it comes to okay. I was trying to be nice. All right.
I'm trying to be honest.
I mean, Oprah's good when she's doing those types of interviews. She's not good when she's like, "You get a call." Like that. Yeah, that's what I'm like. You gotta turn. Like I don't. It's kind of.
She tries to up the class factor. She's good.
Yeah. But when she tries to, I guess,
be a cheerleader.
Or maybe, because did you ever see?
A majorette.
Did you ever see? She was on some talk show, like some late night talk show, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I went to the bank and deposited like money today.
What an exciting thing.
Right. And I'm like, maybe when she's yelling like that, she's trying to,
Relate.
I'm like, oh, girl, no. You haven't had regular money in decades.
When you try to relate and you think people are shouting or carrying a note long, it's not like that.
I'm like, you need to stop.
Like that.
Crystal Newton noted consonants that Blood Honey noted that Harry was running around in Nazi uniform.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm first of all, okay. Let's start from the very beginning. Meghan Markle, the things that she said were quote unquote shocking to whom? White people? I don't know. I was like, girl, they brought a paper bag to the first viewing of that baby. They're like, because your mother is brown skinned. We need to make sure.
And she got natural hair.
Right. I mean, she don't have her original nose, but I mean.
For the mother?
No, I'm talking about Meghan Markle.
I'm talking about her mother is brown skinned and got natural hair.
Yeah. I was just like, no, that can pop up.
Oh, did Meghan get her nose fixed?
Yeah. Because they showed a picture of her when she was like 11, like some video. And look, in all honesty.
I was going to say, your generation, y'all get everything fixed.
Who is y'all?
Your generation.
I know, but my face, I don't mess with my face like that. My point is,
you had Botox.
Yes, but my features, I don't mess with my features. Like that's a whole, like that's just, I don't know, that's kind of unforgivable to me. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, unless you like KRS-One and your nose looks like a bell pepper. All I'm saying is.
Why you get on the brother for having,
Oh, please, KRS-One can get put on the flames. Okay, because he's the person who was like, I'm down with
Why you hitting me? You know I don't like to be hit.
I know. Africa Bambaataa raping all them little black boys.
Well, he's a fool.
Well, then him and his bell pepper nose can get out of here.
But you shouldn't comment on his nose.
Why?
You comment on his whole being and his psyche.
No, he is not a likable person. I will say that. And his nose. Anyway, my point is that as a black person, I didn't watch the interview, but I will say that I watched it. I was just like, Meghan, I mean, girl, what'd you expect? Like,
she's half white.
Yeah, so is it that she was a complexion for the connection over here, and then she married that family, and then everybody was like, you're just a nigger. I mean,
look.
I'm like, girl, I don't know what you kind of expected.
It can get very complicated when a person has a parent of another race, right?
Right.
And wanting to be accepted by that race can be a thing.
But also the crown, it's very cultish, as you noted, because they intermarry often. Right. So I was
certainly at the royal family level.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm not sitting here. I'm not trying to dismiss, her feelings and what she expressed. But I'm just like, well, girl, yeah, like, yeah. I mean, yes, yes, that's what happens.
How many women walking this earth of every color dream of someday.
I don't know.
Marrying her. It's so stupid.
It is stupid.
It's so stupid.
It is very dumb.
That's why I couldn't wear a wedding gown. I'm not doing that. I'm not walking down a bridal path. What is a bridal path? What is a bridal path?
Does this sound like a horse?
It is a horse thing.
Is that why white people, I feel like they always want to have sex?
Well, it could be, but the pageantry of all that stuff, listen. A bridal path and a groom.
Ew! Oh, that's gross.
So all of the symbolism
I just realized
around all of that. I was never down for that. It's like, and why am I covering my face? So and you lift it over and who?
And also, I seen you yesterday. And why you can't see me in my dress today?
And who gave me away? Wait, somebody owned me to give me away? Are you kidding?
That's gross.
It's like we're not doing that. I've never, and which is why
I don't know why I keep stopping.
Do you remember what I tried to talk you out of? or into when you were a little kid, from the time you were a little girl? It was, please don't make me have to go to no stupid big wedding
I don't
ceremony.
even want to do any of that
Putting
anyway.
on that mother-in-law attire and.
First of all,
And
you're irritable about most things.
Well,
so that you don't like pomp and circumstance
many
unless
institutional things that are caught up in a Eurocentric colonialism kind of foolishness. I can't.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and I guess that's kind of my point. I'm like, Meghan, girl, okay, your mom is Jamaican, and she seems like her mom seems pretty with it. I'm like, so basically, you thought that you were going to marry into a prime example of white supremacists and colonialism, and that it was somehow going to benefit you. Like, I just don't like. I'm like, yeah, girl, that's what you were gonna get.
Buy into the fairy tale princess story, which every little girl is read that foolishness from the time they're this big.
But I don't want to be with no prince with the sash thing. And I'm like, this is weird. And
but that has a lot to do with what your parents refused to allow you to believe.
But also, like you always told me that I wasn't allowed to wear polyester, and those print uniforms look polyester in nature. So it was just like, I don't get
They're
it.
probably wool and gabardine.
But you heard about Tyler Perry?
What, did he let them his
house and his security and whatever.
Well, that's not new.
No, but I'm saying I didn't know that. I mean, I'm not saying like that really.
Yeah.
I mean,
when those white folks told him to get out and kicked at him, get out.
Then they really need to find some bliggity black people to say that.
Then Tyler Perry said, well, I got a $80, $90, $50 million mansion y'all could, crash in. Don't worry about it. I don't need it anytime soon. That's what happened.
But here's what I will say, because you don't like, I do like The Crown as far as the writing and acting.
I ain't watching it.
I'm not saying that you're going to watch it. I guess part of the reason why I watch shows like that is, I like the plot and I like the character development, but I also like to see whiteness at work. I like to see what white people do to each other. And I'm like, if they treat each other like that, I'm like, Meghan, girl, okay.
But it's not sport. That's why I don't watch it, because
what do you mean? It is sport. It's petty sport.
It's not sport.
It is sport.
Because they do that to each other. Where did all the jewels, the minerals?
Oh, they stole all that.
Right. So I can't. I have a very difficult time reconciling. Oh, and isn't this entertaining to watch? It's not.
No, but there were uprisings and stuff on The Crown, like Egypt. Like there was, like it was going down. So that I enjoyed that part of it. Anyway,
Crystal said the Queen has no power.
No,
she can't make changes to rules that have existed since the 1700s. All of that's very true.
Plus, Harry wasn't going to be king anyway. I mean, what's the point?
I thought it was key when they discussed, I guess it was Meghan who said that the news media in Britain, the gossips and all that stuff, that their holiday party is held in the castle, and the party is paid for by the royals, right?
Okay.
And that was the explanation as to it's a symbiotic relationship, right? We will have parties and events for you, provided you write about us in a certain way. Right?
Okay.
Now, the way that they wrote about Meghan clearly
was terrible.
Well, not only was it terrible, but again, it's a symbiotic relationship. So somebody in the royals, like the Queen, could have said,
or the
please
institution
stop.
Or whatever. Right?
Well, she could have said, please stop. This is horrific.
Right.
But
they didn't.
They did not.
Well, and that's
because they didn't want to piss off the press. And the reference in the interview was that it could have been stopped, but it wasn't stopped because the way that the press covers the royal family also builds more of the loyalty among the people to these has-beens who, as Crystal said, have no power. They got no jurisdiction over anything. And it galls me to see that plane land in Jamaica and everybody line up.
You mean like that?
Well, even now, I mean, Jamaica's independent, and they still line up when those.
Okay, so I thought this was interesting. Well, funny, interesting. So this is from Vanity Fair, and this was someone being quoted, and this person said, "Go back 100 years, and the point of the monarchy was to represent the best of the country. This has left them looking as though they represent the worst. They always represented the worst.
Right.
Like I don't understand what that."
So Blood Honey says, yes, Imani. That's exactly what she thought. She wanted some of that colonial power and to lord it over people. Both of them make me sick. And the fact that Black women are defending her infuriates me.
I mean, I could feel that. I mean, I don't really feel any kind of a way towards her. I know that when they got married, like a lot of, people, like Black women, Black girls were like, oh, she's a Black princess now. And I was like,
right.
I guess.
I always wanted to be a Black princess.
I was like, not in this.
I always wanted to be a white princess.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it sounded like to me. And I was like, no, that's not how you do it. Mm-hmm. Speaking of monarchy, Coming to America Part 2.
Okay.
I saw it early.
I saw it. I want to say this.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was good.
I thought it, the writing could have been better at parts, but I didn't care. I loved seeing all those Black people. I
love Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes is a mess.
He stole it. He stole. Let me tell you right now. If I were casting a movie,
Wesley Snipes is gonna be in every movie.
I would go find Wesley Snipes and put him in the movie.
He was great in Zolamite. He was great in this. And Wesley Snipes, please pay your taxes so we don't have to deal with anything.
Let us all support you and And
I had to tell Idris when he was watching it. I was like, okay.
Did he ask who is he?
Yeah, he was like, who's Wesley Snipes? I was like, oh my God. I was like, Wesley Snipes was at one point the biggest.
You have to have a blaxploitation.
Okay, but Wesley Snipes wasn't blaxploitation.
I don't care. You just broaden it out and make sure
Wesley
Snipes
Snipes at one point was the biggest action star in Hollywood. Now, granted, he said that he did not want to date Black women and only wanted to date Asian women, whatever. But whatever. That being said, I was like, Wesley Snipes was he's an amazing actor. He was in Mo Better Blues. He was in Jungle Fever. He was in.
He probably had a worm land in his brain to make a stupid statement like that.
Well, he was on the Asian. You know how
I know.
Black people of a certain age is like I'm getting my mind right. You're Asian. I'm like, okay, well that tattoo says that you like worms in your booty hole. Okay. I
thought it was very funny.
I thought it was really good. I mean, I wasn't expecting that much, but when I tell you listen, I was looking for myself in that movie because they had every Black person in LA in that
movie. Most beautiful person in that movie was the actress who played the eldest daughter.
Yeah, she looked really nice. She's South African.
Was beautiful.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Eddie Murphy's daughter was in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
she was
fine.
She was fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Arsenio was good. Eddie Murphy was good. I mean, even I thought the Prince would get on my nerves, but he was good.
He was. And Leslie Jones was funny.
Leslie Jones was good.
And what's his name?
Tracy Morgan. Is your phone? I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Is your phone set to?
I like the funeral scene. Come on, Salt and Pepper. Oh yeah, Salt and Pepper and Vogue Gladys. It was all.
They had Gladys Knight. They had was that Monica and K Michelle?
Oh, I didn't know. The big girls?
No, they came out first. They're not really big.
Those are not the ones who had on jeans. I mean, gray jeans.
I don't remember what they had on dresses.
Oh, because there were two people out there who had some pretty juicy thighs. I was like, what? They were meaty.
Okay, can I say something? So when I used to actually work out in the gym, and my legs would get really toned. Like I was like, I get ready to stun on all these holes. So there were times when I would look in the mirror at my legs, and then I would think about drumsticks, and I would get hungry.
There were times when I'd see people walking down the street, and I'd go, "Ooh, bacon."
Mom, okay, you know what you would say? You were like, "Oh, I can smell bacon because they thighs are rubbing together." You are terrible. Terrible.
Terrible.
It was good though. I really liked it. I really liked Coming to America.
It was good.
Yeah.
I mean, on top of that, a whole lot of Black people got work.
They sure did. It was like Roots.
And the
like everybody
the costuming
really
was
good.
spectacular.
It was really good.
It was spectacular. So I had no complaints. What else did I see?
WandaVision.
Yeah.
WandaVision was so good. WandaVision was so good.
So that's the end of the series, right?
Tears. Yes, but then it's now. So now we know that Wanda is going to be in what's his name? Doctor Strange Part 2. And you know what I got? What I bought from Amazon? I bought a Marvel Universe encyclopedia because I need to look stuff up.
Yes. And
see what's going on.
I have to go back and watch Ant-Man. I never really did watch that.
I don't really think it's.
Well, I'm gonna watch it because I think what's his name? Wu, the FBI agent Wu.
Yeah, Jimmy
Woo. I think he's in
that.
Is in it.
Right.
And I, like probably a lot of other people, want him and the physicist, the scientist, to have their own. They were very good together. They should have their own show.
You talking about the white girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she was on
she's on Two Broke Girls.
Something.
But the two of them together are really good.
Okay, wait, look. Did you So you know how Vision at the end of WandaVision had on turtleneck? Did you see what Black Twitter did?
Mm-mm.
So they created a hashtag, not Vision, but Vishon. And hold on, let me find it. Look.
They turned him into a turtle?
No, they turned him into a black man. They call it Vishon.
Mm.
So they went
Vision.
Okay, so look what they did. They said, "Nah, me and Juan don't talk no more." With the Cuban link, and then look, they gave him a beard, they gave him a watch, and a tattoo. No, yeah, that's the.
What's that on his hand?
That's a oh, he does have a tattoo. My bad.
No.
No,
they didn't. Look at him. They put a fez on him.
A fez?
That thing.
That's a little Africa hat. Oh my God! You know what? Look, he got an African medallion.
Why didn't they make him black?
Because that's what, like, if you take his face away, he looks like about every NFL player, like after in post game, like when they get interviewed.
In the turtleneck. Okay,
wait. So one time, I don't know who this was. I don't know what football player this was. He was black, of course, and so he had on a turtleneck. He had on those like a sweatshirt without the hood, like the zipper, and then over that he had the Cuban link to let them know I'm warm and I'm out here.
Is this consistent with letting them hoes know?
Oh, for sure.
Mm.
It was like turtleneck.
I don't know why you gotta dress for hoes. Why'd you just dress for yourself? I gotta let these hoes know. I ain't got to let these hoes know.
Well, no, I mean, when I say it, I am dressing for myself.
Now,
and by coincidence, if these hoes end up getting told and knowing how I'm coming, then that's fine too. But really, it's for me.
I just want to say, to be truly superior, you don't even care what they think. So that's why that whole phrase about let these hoes know.
That's the joke. I don't care. That's the joke. Like, I don't care. But then, you be noticing, like, yeah, bitch, I seen you looking at me. Okay. So,
I don't see her looking at me.
What's up?
You said when we went to China. Mom, you see those people always staring at us? I was like, staring? I consider that they were admiring me. Except when they start reaching out and stuff. I don't like that. They would try to reach your son's hair, but, don't touch.
Well, don't touch. Okay. So, Oh yeah, and then look, because Vision is made of vibranium, he is black. He half black. He half black and half robot. It's true. That's true. So Wanda and Vision was an interracial relationship.
What part is the black part? Vibranium?
Yes, you can only get it from Wakanda.
Mm.
I've been interchanging Wakanda and Zamunda like the past.
Yeah, well, you know what? And I wondered about the name Wakanda and how much like the Zamunda, Wakanda. Why was it 3 syllables? Except that maybe they were copying it off of Coming to America.
Course. Yeah, you know we gonna make up a African country.
Wakanda, and they named her Wanda.
See? Oh, see?
Fighting up for black people again.
No, I'm saying that proves they made for each other because he black, she white, he from Wakanda. Her name is Wanda. Wanda in Wakanda. You know what that reminds me of? Mm-hmm. You know, people back in the day used to get like a sweatsuit, and the girl would wear the top, and the man would wear the pants, and then they walk down Lennox.
Let me say this to you, because I want to be crystal clear.
I can see the Lennox.
I have never seen
you're
that.
Missing out.
I've never seen
I
that.
have.
I probably was looking up and too lofty to notice what was on the bottom.
Really?
Really?
That doesn't make any sense.
They got a sweatsuit and they broke it up so you can have double wearing.
Well, yeah, and then it lets people know like we together.
Why do we care if people know that?
Because, Mom, you have seen people when, like...
In New Orleans, where they wear the same red
shirt
New
Orleans,
and the same white shorts.
In New Orleans or worldwide.
Why?
This is a black people thing. We together. Look. We coordinate our outfits.
You know what? I like to think of myself as really black. I like to think of myself as blackity black.
Well, I don't know. I don't see you and Roosevelt rocking no identical
outfits. I don't want nobody wearing my clothes. I don't want to switch off and he wears the pants one day and I wear the pants the other day. I got money for my own pants.
I'm No, we know.
I'm so ashamed of you.
No, but it just works out. And then we'll be like, oh, y'all look nice. And we'll be like, oh my God, thank you.
I'm so ashamed of you. I'm so ashamed of you.
No, but like, I was against it, but then he was like, yo, we could like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know, I'm going to give it a try. And then I was like, you know what?
My mother is literally.
But it's not identical.
If she hadn't been cremated, she'd be.
You know what she would be doing? She'd be laughing and be like, that's right, Imani, because I'm trying to get on your mother's nerves.
My mother went out of her way to make sure that she wasn't dressed like everybody else and that her children weren't dressed.
I'm not dressed like everybody else.
You're trying to match whoever's.
It just happened.
It did happen.
It did happen. And then we were like, we could do this like,
you know what? Then here's what you do. Before walking out the door, glance at each other. Oh, we're both, somebody go change.
No. Cause it's like, oh look, black love. Oh my God. Okay.
I'm going to throw.
Hi, short, up short. How are you? How is everybody here? Okay. I'm not going to repeat it yet, but I'll tell y'all later.
Blood Honey said Wakanda came before Zamunda. Oh, in the books. That's probably very true.
Oh, okay.
I saw that Art Buchwald wrote Coming to America.
Who? Buchwald?
The Jewish guy.
Who's that?
He was a columnist. He was like a raconteur. He was a columnist, a bon vivant, years ago. He used to write newspaper columns.
Okay.
And I read something that said he wrote the original script for Coming to America.
Oh, okay, well, look at you.
Well, I was a little disappointed. I thought it came out of the head of a black man or a black woman.
Oh, this was for real? Idris showed me this. Burger King UK tweets women belong in the kitchen. That was for real? I thought that was like a joke. So what? Here, talk about that. I gotta go back and look.
Oh my God.
Well, I do.
Why do you not go to the bathroom?
I do. I eat a lot of roughage. Goodness.
She is like the most unbelievable. So Buchwald sued Paramount and won. So he really did write it. And they stole it? Oh man. Okay, so this is the first garment that I have bought in probably 18 months. I bought no clothes. No. Not true. I bought my campaign attire for Kamala Harris. I didn't wear one of the hoodies today because I decided I need to change it up. But other than that, I saw this, and it's a organic cotton sweater. And I saw it and I thought, I deserve an organic cotton full-length sweater. And it nestles me. And it makes me feel hugged. Blood honey, Miss Paula, take over. Mama Paula, where is your ancestry from in Africa? Okay, my ancestry in Africa, like more than 90% of Jamaicans, hail from present-day Ghana. The Akan, also known as the Ashanti people of present-day Ghana. And probably 10% of Jamaica's population comes from some other nations in Western Africa, but most of us are the people of present-day Ghana. And I think I may have said this last week, that when I first went to South Africa, I didn't think that I looked much like the people I was seeing in South Africa, but like 2 years later or so when I went to Ghana, absolutely. And by the way, if you're searching your genealogical heritage, I highly recommend.
What you highly recommend?
I highly recommend a free website called FamilySearch.org, run by the Mormon Church. And if you're going to get your DNA done, have it done by AfricanAncestry.com. Gina Page owns that company. And they have the largest database of African ancestry of all of the other DNA places. Will there be another virtual wine tasting in the future? Yes, there will. We haven't come up with it yet, but we will. Who is AH? AH, what's the rest of your name? What you just wanted to, I was there last year. Everyone thought I was Zulu. In South Africa, we went to KwaZulu Natal.
I knew you was gonna be talking forever.
The state in the interior of South Africa, and we went on a safari. We took our whole family. Like what?
I wasn't there.
Oh, that's right. You didn't go. Idris was a baby, so you didn't come.
I don't know. Either I was pregnant or Idris was too small.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not being on the plane for that long.
You're ignorant.
I'm not. I'm like, I don't like. After a while, I started feel like going crazy. I'm like, get me out of here.
How are you gonna get back to the motherland?
I don't know. Like by then, I have a private plane, and I'll just like medicate myself.
By then, what is by?
I'm saying by
then. When
no,
is then?
I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, I would go over there though.
Well, we'll be taking your son sometime in the next few years.
You're gonna have to ask permission before you start. Like,
No, we'll be taking him.
you no.
Yes.
Did you give birth to him? No.
Did I give birth to your head? Yes.
Yeah, just my head, not the rest of it. So,
He needs a new passport soon, anyway.
he already. No, he doesn't. I renewed it
When?
last year.
It only
2 years ago.
It lasted for 5 years because he's a minor.
Okay, you know what? Anyway, hi. The MTV.
Oh, Austin. Hi, Austin. Google somehow does my initials. Okay. Dr. Imani, any thoughts of Bethany Frankel's comment on Meghan calling her dramatic? Who cares what Bethany Frankel, the skinny girl, what's it called? Skinny cocktail?
Skinny girl.
Something. She got her own issues. That woman.
I mean,
the husband, the daughter, the boyfriend who dropped dead.
I mean, whether it's
These are
Bethany,
passing comments.
whether it's Bethany Frankel or whether it's anybody white, I don't really. I that's not something that I can really pay attention to because white people are obviously the biggest recipients of white supremacy. Of course, she would say that she was dramatic. Like honestly, like I feel like that conversation, like even though like Harry's white, Meghan Markle's black, Oprah's black, that really was like a black conversation, and white people got a chance to watch it.
That's
and, like listen in.
Snaggle to the Brits telling Meghan she need to go to the dentist. Bethany Frankel calling her dramatic.
I mean, I'd be mad too if I was hungry all the time. Anyway, Okay, so let's see. I mean, and honestly, I don't really have a problem with Bethany Frankel. Like she works it out. Like she be donating money and she be flying. Like she flew all those supplies over to Puerto Rico and Haiti and stuff. Like I ain't got a problem with her, but I'm just like, bitch, this is not. You're not a part of this conversation. Just because it's on TV doesn't mean that you get to comment on it. Like you have no reference point,
no standing
at all for
no
like
standing.
anything. So like I just, I'm like I don't care what you. So to answer your question, I don't really care.
Hey Cleon, who says most of my African DNA is from Nigeria and Benin and Togo.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, hold up. This says
Cleon.
Crystal said Bethany backtracked and apologized. She made the comment before she saw the interview.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And that's what I'm talking about. White people, y'all be doing the most. Y'all be doing the most.
Trying to have something.
Trying to be relevant. And she got all the money in the whole world. I mean, girl, you're fine. Like, why do you... Look, you know what? I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna just, all right. Because I'm like, ain't nobody asked me. You know why? Because let me tell you something. Anytime, like, so recently I had this interview with Yahoo. And a black person was interviewing me.
Oh,
God only knows who was like, the producer, editing it. I think it was a white dude. But I was like, black, and bliggity black, and white people's terrible, white supremacy, and and slavery. And unless we're gonna have these conversations, nothing's gonna change. And And
okay, now I'm proud of you.
Well, yeah, I'm like, look, I've always been unhinged.
That's true.
Yes, even though you at times when I was young, you were like, oh my God, please. I'm like, nope. White people terrible, white person. But now I'm just like, yeah, like, I don't know, like here's that, chop that up, put that on Yahoo. Peace, see you later.
I think one of the moments that I'm the proudest of you for is when that little boy at Arlington Country Day School called David a nigger.
No, that was a Key Elementary.
Oh, was it Key?
Yeah.
David went to public school too?
Yes, he went there first, and then I went to Arlington Country Day.
Oh,
because I came back in the
called him. Yeah, you took your the metal lunchbox and hit that.
Well, I'm black. I don't remember anything.
I was very happy.
Well, I mean, also, and that's the other thing. It all comes through, and this is the other thing. I've had to say this a number of times just to remind people, like, seriously, here it is, white people. I need for all of you to really just sit down, because when you are a black child and someone calls you a nigger with a hard R, like, there's nothing in life you're ever going to experience like that, and you have a split-second decision about whether to cry or be somebody's ass. Now, I understand why people get hurt and upset and they cry, because it's overwhelming. I, being raised by this person, tend to use my disappointment as fodder for anger and fighting. And that's what I do. There's a song, I said it to you, Brandon and Alicia, there's a song by this girl called All My Girls Like to Fight. It's so dope. It's real smooth, and she's like, all my girls like to fight. I was like, yeah, all my girls like to fight too. So
all my girls don't.
No, I'm not saying we like to fight. I'm saying if we need.
It came down to
if we need to fight, like
that's the removing of the earrings.
Yeah. Not like I'm running around like
carrying a little squeezy bottle, the little squeezy tube of Vaseline.
Like, did I ever tell you that my Darnielle, my friend from med school, got banned from skate key for fighting?
Wait, Darnielle, the Jamaican?
Oh, okay. She got banned from skate key for fighting in the Bronx. And I was like, that's why we best friends. Because when it comes down to it, anyway, I guess my point is, before I digress, is just that, I mean, I have this platform. I'm very thankful for this platform. And now that, like, I'm kind of like on my own, so to speak, like, now I've pretty much been saying whatever I wanted to kind of say, but now, like, I'm really just saying whatever I really want to say, because it's the truth. I'm not making things up. I'm not saying things inflammatory just to, like, make people angry. Like, if what I say is true and it makes you mad, I can't help you with that. Like, you need to go read a book.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that while, all your girlfriends like to fight?
All my girls like to fight, yeah.
Okay. As long as they're not the ones to start like
no, not instigating.
right.
No.
Donna Knight over and over. Don't start none.
Yeah, I'm not an instigator, but I mean, I mind my business. But I mean, if someone wants to bring it, then of course I just want to shut it down because I'm like, I don't have time for this. I'm not getting paid.
But I am the what'd you say?
The agitator.
No, I just want to make sure I got because if you're gonna say it loud. Because if I punch you in your face, look, I want to make sure that it's all act and react.
I'm trying to. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so look. So this was interesting to me. So not the fact that the Real World season 1 cast is reuniting. Not that that's like a big thing, but there was something.
Didn't somebody die in that season?
No, that was Miami. That was what was if somebody's here, then Pedro is not here. The dude who had HIV.
I thought somebody died in adult times in the first
No, he did. No, he did.
Oh, so it wasn't like during the show.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No, after he had HIV, and then after the show he got ill and he passed away. But this something. So I watched The Real World when it came out. I want to say I was maybe like 13 or 14 when it came out, and I remember Heather B. and I remember Kevin Powell. They were both on it. And I remember they really tried to make Kevin Powell like the angry black man and blah, 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 and all of this. And there was something that I saw this interview recently, and Kevin had said something along the lines of, well, when I watch myself from that first season, I definitely appear to be an angry, like very angry and justifiably angry. But he said, but now I more so see myself as just as angry, but more like a bridge or something.
You mean bridge builder? Like
a bridge builder, right? And I was like, yeah, no, don't be a bridge builder. I mean, okay. Story time, really quick. So guys know I have this podcast, and it's me and my friend Pam.
Would you like the cleaning thing?
I do, because it's still getting.
I'm gonna give you one because you and the breathing and the dress is too much.
I mean, it doesn't matter. So, yes. Okay, Crystal. Pedro was in the San Francisco edition. Thank you. And yes, Heather B. I love Heather B. I've always loved Heather B. Now, my friend Cam, who's white, and I had this conversation about blackfishing. And I think it was last week's episode, I believe, of Imani State of Mind. In any case, I thought about, because I listened to the episodes before they come out, and I wanted to make sure that the way, like what I said and the way I was portrayed on that episode was someone who, wait, I'm not finished, I gotta clean my phone. Was someone who, like, I'm not a bridge builder. I mean, I will explain things, and if you down with it, then, we can be down, but if you're not, then, like, that's your problem. Like, I'm not here to hold nobody's hand.
Are you cleaning face grease off?
I am, because it's like on my, it's the same thing as my glasses. Here you go. Oh, can I have this? Because this is
No.
Oh, but I
will
like
give
that
you
one.
So do I, but that's why, and you're not having it. This one is like funky fly.
What? If you don't calm down, 1985, you want me to get you a shoulder pad?
Animal print. I'll get you a plain one.
You know what? Forget it.
You're not having this now.
My point is that I want to make sure that when Cameron and I discuss race, that what's coming across is how I feel truly inside, which is, listen, I will explain things to you, but I'm not going to hold your hand. Also, I'm not going to offer myself as the explainer. Like, I'll tell you how I feel, and then you can do whatever you. Oh, thank you.
And he gave you a blackity black one.
Thank you, Brandon. You see, I'm about to leave. Y'all in here. This is my house, so. Anyway. Okay, let me see. Somebody asked a question.
That was a good question.
AH asked, what's your opinion on handling a toxic family member, especially someone who's close, like that of a mother, for instance? You can answer that.
Well, I mean, anybody who's toxic.
No, I'm saying because you put your parents on punishment when they were alive.
Anybody who's toxic, if they're creating problems for you in your life, and particularly when you get to adulthood and they won't recognize you as being an adult, sometimes you gotta give them a timeout. I spent time explaining to my father how how it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't insult or diss my husband because he's not Jamaican.
Also, because you all are the same complexion.
That too.
Make it make sense.
He and my husband and my father, same complexion. Both love opera. Both in their own way very refined. But my father couldn't deal with it because a Negro. And I was like, okay, listen, Daddy. What is a Negro? You know a Negro, born in this country.
Oh.
Then it makes sense that I would marry a Negro because I'm a Negro. At which point he did a George Jefferson, what is it? Fred Sanford almost having a heart attack. Oh my God! Oh my God! I said, yeah, I'm a Negro. I was born here.
That's true.
So I think that, you know, if you can have an adult conversation, but
if
it's not likely because you describe it as toxic. If you can't, then you gotta take a break, and maybe you only show up the day before Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving Day when everybody's there to witness the big blow up, but maybe the day before Thanksgiving you bring a floral arrangement, give it to your mother, and tell her to put it on the table, and hope everybody has a good dinner.
Yeah. Okay. So listen. So Sean. So I read my horoscope this week.
And is that how you answering Sean's question through your horoscope?
I am. So I put this. Because I knew this week was going to be busy. And I put this in my calendar for today, right? And so it says, when my plans turn to mush, I take a break. I know that trying to plow through slush just has me spinning my wheels. I waste less energy when I go with the flow. Look, I'm somebody who doesn't necessarily like to make people who I don't like feel comfortable. But I do think the flower arrangement thing is good. Why? Because it's kind of petty. So here's what I'm saying to you. Be like, here's your flowers, and be nice about it. Don't do like me. Somebody who be like, here's your flowers, and get out of my face. I'm saying, be like, here's your flowers. It was nice to see you. All right, then bye. And that's it. Like, just go. Like, I'm all about the going with the flow. I'm all about being water and going around rocks or whatever you're supposed to do, right? Like, that's me right now. Oh, if it means at the end of the day I get to watch my shows, eat my snacks, and go to sleep, I don't want anything during my day to interfere with that. So yeah, get you a floor arrangement and give it to your toxic parent or your family and be like, here you go.
And then you know,
and then that's it.
Right, and disappear again for however many months.
Right.
It may seem to you that it's painful, but it's probably even more painful to suffer through it.
Yeah.
And you know, when Imani was born, my mother and I were on a timeout. I was like, you can't say some of that stuff that you've been saying to me and behaving that way. And then, you know, Imani was what? I took her for the first doctor's appointment. Brand new car.
I'm shaking my head like, I don't remember.
Brand new car conked out on I-81 up in Syracuse. A huge snowstorm, a blizzard. And while waiting for a tow truck to come, that infant child got very sick and got pneumonia.
I almost died.
You didn't almost die. Oh, stop lying. You did not almost die. Please.
I did.
And then I called my mother in tears and because I was sick and Imani was sick, and my mother said, all right. I said, Mom, if I send you get a plane ticket.
Will you come up here and act right?
And she said yes, and she did. And then she was fine after that because she saw the little turtle face and she was like, oh, my grandbaby. And she was sweet and nice after that.
For how long?
She was always sweet and nice to you.
You know, I'm honestly like, okay, real talk, whenever I get out of the shower, I do like this.
That's so disgusting.
Because I'm like,
so disgusting.
Where's my towel person?
She would be in the bathtub,
I'm ready to come out.
Fluffy bubble bath, and she would stand up and hold her arms like this. Grandma,
I'm ready.
Grandma, I'm ready. And my mother would come with not one, but two towels.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to be cold.
2 towels. And her body was this big, little skinny.
It doesn't matter.
She couldn't drive you up for the washcloth.
Plus, I was a child. I was emanating body heat. I could have almost died.
We had heat.
Okay, my point is that so when I used to wake up, I used to be like, I'm awake now.
And she would come running and lift you out of bed. I was like, this is Unbelievable.
That was awesome.
And then your older cousins would be glaring at you like, "Are you kidding me?"
Nope. Nope, because Mary Wise favorite. Okay. Okay, let me see.
Anyway, that's how, for me, that's how
Yeah.
a partial reconciliation happened. Because
Yeah.
grandparents always love their grandchildren unless they're Prince Charles. Right?
Well, he likes the white ones, I
Well, I would
guess.
say, and the grandchild is too dark. Or there's a fear of the grandchild being, and his wife has a horse face. That one.
She does. She can't. I'm just like, how dare you?
You remember, you're too young, but there used to be a puppet show called Kukla, Fran, and Ollie. And Kukla, they were hand puppets. And Kukla was a dragon, I think. And all of Kukla's teeth came forward so that it was just one tooth in the front. So
I do remember that.
That is how those people look. Their whole teeth, everything goes into one.
You know, okay, so do y'all remember in Beetlejuice when the two main characters, played by Alec Baldwin and what's her name? The other one. I forgot her name right now. But they were trying to scare the humans in their house, the people who were alive. And so like he took his hand and like shoved it up into his head, and then he pulled his face out, and it was like that's what they look like. That's what the Royal family look like.
They do. Crystal says her grandmother spoiled her rotten, perfectly acceptable. I know Paula spoils Idris. I do.
Did Idris tell you that he got his nails done yesterday?
He did. I said, "What did you do this weekend?" He said, "Well, I got my hair done," and he said, "and I went to the nail salon." I said, "Did your mother finally take you for professional attention?" And I said, "And I know they did your cuticles and everything beautifully, much better than grandma can do it." He said, "Yep." So he showed me. I was, "That's beautiful." And did they give you a beautiful
pedicure? The relationship that y'all have really gets on my nerves. Okay, that's all I really have. That's all I have to say.
Last weekend he came over to our house and had a steam shower. Grandpa gave him a facial, got all that little crud off the side of his nose.
I actually got the rest.
Now his skin is beautiful, following his mother's oil treatment thing. And grandma gave him a manicure and pedicure.
Oh, okay. And
a massage.
Okay, so real quick, I need to shout out Idris because Idris got into all his private schools he attended to. I mean, he applied to.
He did.
He got into all his schools.
He did. Big up.
You know why? Because Idris is dope. You know why? Because I'm dope.
Because you dope?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're cool too. Okay. Wait, there was something, somebody asked me, Sean Upshaw asked me, how often do I work out? I work out 5 days out. Sorry. Speaking of working out, my hands are kind of rough on this side from lifting weights. I scratched my face. Okay, so I work out. I try to work out 6 days a week. I usually end up working out like 5 to 6 days a week, and that includes like an hour of like weights, because this is how you do weights.
Is it?
Do like this.
Okay.
And then I'll do like cardio like 30 minutes. And yeah, some people might say that that's excessive, but I got like issues. I got IBS, and I gotta move my body and stuff.
And you have autoimmune issues.
Yeah, and I have fibromyalgia and stuff too. So I have to like.
And the working out helps.
Yeah, I mean, I have a whole regimen. Like I wake up, then I eat yogurt and flax seed together, like meal. Then I go work out. Then I come home and drink a little bit of coffee in my tea. Like it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
I don't do things like that.
No, I have to because my body doesn't always agree with me. So there you go. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, look at you. You work out 5 days a week plus car on the weekends. Look at you. Yay. Nice. What do you do to work out besides the other people?
Well, I mean, there is yoga.
Oh, you do yoga stuff?
Mm-hmm. Once I learned how to,
By yourself though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Peloton got yoga and meditation. They got all kinds of stuff.
I don't want to mess with Peloton.
But it's...
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, because you could go outside walking, like they got like outside walking, like you can get a treadmill, not their treadmill necessarily, but I'm saying it's helpful. I like it. And I'm not really like a group exercise
I'm not
person.
a group exercise person at all, but I had both my vaccines, and if I'm going to walk, I'm going to walk. I don't.
No, you said you don't want to walk around outside your house because white people get on your nerves.
I did say that, but
Right.
I mean they're likely to say something to me that's going to get on my nerves. Roosevelt keeps telling me, baby, and everybody had on a mask, and I was like, well, maybe the days that I go out there, everybody don't have on a mask. So, and then they walk right towards you. I'm walking this way, and they walk right towards you, and they don't have on no mask, and they talking and chewing or jogging, and their breath droplets are in the air. Now, of course, I am double masked.
Okay.
But you want to trip them.
There are times when people would ask me like, "Oh, is your mom crying?" I'd be like, "She's not fit for public consumption today."
Am I coming where?
Like just like when I used to have to do filming and stuff. Like, "Oh, where's your mom?" I'm like, "She's in the house."
That's work. I ain't trying.
She's not coming. Like, and we're better for it.
You are better for it because I'd have to tell people how to fix that.
How to fix what?
Whatever.
Their attitudes.
A thing. There's something that should be fixed.
Their thing.
A thing. Something that needs to be fixed. Your brother upstairs is off kilter. It's actually not straight.
Okay, okay.
I
anyway,
tried to do it by myself.
I know
last
that.
Week, but I can't lift the sofa alone.
Okay.
So when we're finished, perhaps the adults in this house could go lift it and straighten it out. Because
you know what's so great is that
OCD,
you are leaving in like
But my
5
OCD
minutes.
is like.
And you know what? And
When
that's why in this house I fixed all the light switches so they're like off. Just like how you don't like it.
You're such a snot.
Well, you know what? This is what happens. Anyway.
You know my grandson actually.
What?
I misread.
You're the only one. Anyway. What time is it? It's 5:57.
How's the puppy?
How's the puppy? Oh my god. So okay, perfect. Okay, Hyro is great. Thank you for asking.
That dog has amazing posture.
She has amazing posture, and her waist is snatched. So no, for real, her waist is like. I'm like, see you out here. I'm like, see. She's good. We've been on a couple walks. We went walking this morning. She's getting better. Like I'll put the collar on her, and she'll be like, I gotta run around the house and like hold her down. Then I put the leash on, and then she's like, and she'll like won't move. And then I open the door, and then she's like, "Oh, we going outside." I'm like, "Yeah, dummy." We had fun though. She made some dog friends. She's touching noses with other dogs and stuff.
She put her nose on their butt.
No, she did not. But she likes to stop and look at people like.
Like you?
Yeah, like who is this? Oh, okay. Like even after the dogs leave, she has to wait for them to walk like away, like turn the corner, and then she's like, "All right, we can go." I'm like, I'm with that. So my puppy is doing really well. She got some shots, and I'm thinking about giving her some probiotics because it's good for everybody, including dogs. Tell Idris to keep his skin routine. It will pay off when he gets older. Oh yeah, real talk. Yeah. Well, plus honestly, because he's very much lighter.
He's vain. Oh, very much lighter than you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm vain. He's a hypochondriac.
No, he likes to look good.
Well, okay. Anyway.
Some boys his age don't care, right? He likes to look good.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
And it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. No.
Which is why his grandmother, keep up his manicure.
No, it's not.
Routine.
You do it because you are like.
Because I don't want him looking like a ragamuffin.
You're a ragamuffin.
I'm not a ragamuffin.
Okay, so hey y'all, it's 6:00. I am cooking right now, and I am going to go. You know what? I'm gonna go watch my shows. You know what I've been watching?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be like, I would never watch that. The Allen versus Pharaoh on HBO. It's wild.
I bet.
I was like, wait, Alan, is R. Kelly out here?
But see, you like walking around inside of people's heads. I don't. Right?
Yeah, I know.
You do that for a living, for a profession, and person. You do it for sport.
I do.
I don't want to know about the madness going on in their heads.
I do, because listen, if you knew about madness in people's heads, you'd be more personable to people, because then you would know how to talk to them.
That ain't my problem. It's not my problem. There's people like you to fix them, help them work it.
And there's people like you who stay in the house and then you antisocial and then you don't have friends on your block.
I don't want friends on my block. I have a next door neighbor now. He's actually pretty decent. The brother moved in next door.
Who?
A brother.
On the other side of you? Or across the street?
No, on the other side of me. You know,
that
drive. No, right next to me. The driveway right before our driveway goes to a house up on the hill that used to belong to this woman who was like Brad Pitt's manager or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. And then the next driveway is the crazy dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's nice. I'm glad he's black.
I did start Warrior Season 2. I'm up to, I think, episode 6 or 7 in Warrior Season 2. That's why I'm sleepy, because I was binging last night. Warrior.
Oh, no.
It's really good.
Oh, no, because you said the Banshee was good, and that show was terrible.
It was good.
Anyway, thanks, Jackie Thompson.
Kojo's
Tropicals.
Tropicals.
I'm really tired.
And you lied about I Care For You. It wasn't a comedy. They abused Edwards. Kojo's Tropicals, you must be talking to somebody.
Oh.
Self-care and bonding.
Cleon said his wife forced him to get a pedicure a few years ago, and the Chinese lady in the salon opened my toes, and she said she had to operate.
So, wait a minute. My brother from Nigeria, Togo, and Benin.
What?
My brother from Nigeria, Togo, and Benin. If anybody was going to have toes that are all clumped together, needed to be operated, it was going to be a brother from Nigeria, Togo, and Benin. Cleon, I can't believe you did that. You said that. Now,
I can't believe you said that.
On the other hand.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wait.
This show always is mad. Wait.
On the other hand, if you were in New York City and you went and got your toes did, it probably wasn't a Chinese woman. It probably was Vietnamese. So let's just I need to clear that up.
But maybe he didn't get it done in
I'm saying if it was in New York, Cleon, where are you? Clear up the mystery, brother. One, are your toes okay?
You had to operate. Hold on. So Cleon, you trying to tell me that your feet was like Myra's feet off for Martin? You remember when Gina had to have the drill with the circular attachment? It was like that.
He said true. He said I was so insulted. Oh, please. This is a please moment.
I know.
You were insulted. You should have had your feet did years before. You can't be just shoving your feet inside of a shoe and anticipate that that's going to be all right. I was at an event one time.
Cleon's feet was like Myra's feet from Martin.
Listen.
Oh my God.
I was at an event in the wintertime up at Vassar College, and they had everybody going to the dance studio, all the trustees, and we all had to take our shoes off. And you could tell. Wait. You could tell who had come from warm climes and who were from winter climes. Because none of the winter climb people, they were going, oh, but I haven't had a pet. No, I can't take it. And all of us who were from warm climes were like, boop.
No, but when I lived in New York, I used to get my feet done.
So did I.
Like, I'm not walking around. Like, my feet, I like looking at nice feet.
Oh, my, year round.
Wait, hold on. Who's Chris Top said you got to go to work on Myra's feet? You think that on mine.
You remember on Boomerang?
Oh, yeah.
So, who was the woman on Boomerang?
Roshan.
Okay. You know who did her feet?
Brother. My
husband did the prosthetics that made her feet with all gnarled and the corns on them and stuff.
You remember sit out the bed like.
And when remember he pulled the sheet up slowly, he was like, "Oh look, no, I too, I can't handle."
I'm sorry, Cleo. I'm sorry. Well, you know what?
Cleo said I gave her a nice tip.
Okay,
I couldn't argue. Oh, but see, it was on Long Island.
She might have been Chinese.
No.
No, she might have been Chinese because I did go to a nail salon where they had
from northern China.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm.
How did you manage to keep your socks? Probably had to buy a new pair.
Oh my God! You know what, Clem? I'm not gonna do this. You know,
No.
I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna let them dish you like that. Anyway.
But it's not our fault.
I mean, but Cleon, like
I love Cleon.
I know, but he offered his toes as
an example
yes.
of how they had to be cut apart.
Yes, and you like anyway.
No.
Okay, I want to.
It is not a good look. Think about this.
I want to eat.
Think about this. Think about being in a bed next to a man whose feet are claw-like, sandpapery, and kind of black because they've been walking around barefoot.
Okay, what about exes from Los?
No.
He used to say he used to call his feet what are those gorillas called? Silverbacks? It was
silverback gorilla feet.
Because his feet were like his toenails were like brown. They weren't bad though. It was funny though.
No.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, I'm not. I can't be dealing with people who got terrible feet. I don't want to see terrible anything.
I had a thing. Never a man who smoked cigarettes.
Yeah.
And
Cleo said he got feet with a lot of character. You know what? I'm about to go.
No character.
I'm about to go.
Brother,
I gotta go.
Brother, lose the character.
I gotta go.
I'm going to eat. Lose all the character.
I'm going to eat.
My dad told me years ago that you always look at a man's shoes. Because if he doesn't take care of his shoes, now check this out. My father said if a man doesn't take care of his shoes, they need to be in good condition.
Yes, I know this.
If he doesn't take care of his shoes, he won't take care of his woman.
Can I eat?
That's all I want to say.
Okay, I'm gonna go
that
eat.
Was my
bye, y'all.
wisdom.
Y'all can keep talking. I'm gonna go out to
Tag out.
Huh?
Tag out.
Oh, tag. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Idris,
come
here. Say hi. People will say hi. Your mother shared that you.
You got into all your schools.
Yeah.
Big congratulations. Big up, little buddy.
Yeah. Congratulations to you.
He ain't even a little buddy anymore. He's taller than me. I'm so upset.
Oh no.
Not that tall.
But you're still taller than me. That matters to me. And look at all the little facial hairs. All right. Do you want to say anything to the people before we say goodbye?
Hello.
Oh gosh. They're saying congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so good to see you all. See you next week. I'll make sure my daughter goes to the bathroom first and has a snack before we get going.
Snacks are very important.
Snacks are important. Keeps your energy up. Look at Cleonte and Idris. Okay, everybody. Oh, there's my play cousin from back in the day, Lenora. She used to live with us when we were little.
And if I remember.
What is that? What is that? But you're not talking. You're like making crazy. Okay. All right. Okay, everybody. Bye. Good night.